Thank goodness it's not very hard to make up lost time on a visual novel. So, though I did have to sit clicking the button very rapidly for like 4 entire minutes, it was basically the worst day of my life. When we finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Oh, I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, she'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already, and then she'd still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Yeah, well anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to go home for dinner. Oh, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki puts the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you'll probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah, it's really awkward. I think back to the conversation I had with Sayori early today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at this point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out. I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Well, you said before, about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go somewhere. Do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. She's doing a very bad job of hiding her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Oh, I thought you only cared about getting this done. Ugh, I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so, oh fuck. Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. You're not lying. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? You've seen enough hentai. I'm sure you can figure out what's happening right now. My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I've felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? This is super awkward. Hey, what's up? Hi. Sayori. Just now. It wasn't what it looks like. It's okay. I just stopped by to say hi. That's a lie. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Phew, she's gone. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Yeah, it's getting real heavy again immediately after. I'm gonna get fucking whiplash at this rate. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't do that. It's true. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. The worst part is, this is exactly what people are like when they have depression. This is a very accurate representation. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori. What I said, is Monica trying to get everyone to fucking kill themselves? Like, what's going on here? I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this is caring like this isn't the burden your mind is making out to be. Oh fuck, I skipped over something. History. I'm not, Oh, no, never mind. I thought I did. Didn't actually. It's something that makes me happy. Oh, what? Don't lie. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But, Sayori looks away. I put my hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared. I'm really scared. What are you scared of? Monica. I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me, Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Oh my god. I like you so much that I want to... Oh god. I know exactly how this is gonna end up. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings. I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm gonna give to you. Why are you doing this to me? Why you gotta... There's one clearly correct option here. But I can't say that. This is not fair. It's not fair. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll get things back to the way they were. I see. Yep. That's not at all what she wanted to hear. But the other's a lie, so... Is this what it feels like? To get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure someone's gonna show you how it really feels before the end of the game. Sayori, it's okay. It's just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please, don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, so I could just get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't... That's a perfectly fair response, honestly. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning and running off. Yeah. I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I You don't... You're so fucking stupid. There's nothing more that I could have done. Well, on a strictly literal level, there was. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Because you're fucking stupid! Holy shit! Even though I can comfort her. I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. Yes, but... Sayori's not exactly my favorite. I knew these thoughts would continue to plague me until the things are back to the way they were. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Ah. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I've got a bad feeling about this. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should nearly be complete. I've managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond, thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over, so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will be great. Louis, you're the first one here. Thanks for being so early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monika is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared, but that was all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it, so that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. You'd think that on the days You'd think on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. I'm not sure she would have woken up. You should take a little responsibility for her. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monika, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? No, I feel like she might be omnipresent about how I basically turned down her confession. That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. It's because you kind of are, actually. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? No. Definitely not. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monika's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the The sound is still on, right? Yeah, okay. I'm like, it's very quiet suddenly. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's a different from the one she practiced. It's the one I haven't read before. Uh-huh. Okay. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Louis? What's wrong? What do you mean, what's wrong? The poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. Well, more than that. I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori... Oh, no. So... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? Oh, no. Quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself! Monika calls that after me. I deliberately speed up. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's no big deal to at least wait for her to help her wake up. Even the simplest gesture of walking to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been, and I immediately forgot everything I said. That's all she needs, and that's what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone. Oh, no. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. Oh, no. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? Oh, no. Oh, no. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's door, I knock on the door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Yep, that's exactly what I expected to find. An exception has occurred. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. You're so fucking stupid. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. I just spent more time with her. Walked her to school. And gave her what I knew she wanted out of our relationship. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never. Never, 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 never. End. Damn. I see. You know, like, alright, so I think I'm getting the gist on what's about to happen. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you'd never see yourself making. We used to walk to school together. And that catch up to me. Alright. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. The universe expands to account for this strange occurrence. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games on anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There aren't really any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here today. Mostly because I've just suddenly been teleported here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. I understand. I see what's happening. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Oh my god, who's gonna kill themselves next? Yuri, I guess, because that's definitely not gonna be Monica, is it? So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Haha, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? What's the universe currently doing? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? Is this how it does it? If you were whichever one you were more interested in, it skews it towards that to try and get him to join again? I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Louie. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome! You're really sweet, Louie, you know that? Yeah. It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. It's better than a cupcake, I guess. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Eh? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me figure she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. It's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Louie in the classroom and decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was gonna... well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In any case, I should make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself be intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. I'm having this strange feeling of deja vu. I don't know why. So, Louie, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Yeah. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is so amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. She seemed so reserved and timid the moment I walked in, her eyes light, yep, But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp for something I can relate to. At this rate, Yuri might as well have a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Well, if a story really makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, then you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Oh no. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence. Hey, I just got an idea! How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look at Monika quizzically. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I had to decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. God, we're gonna kill every vice president. Besides that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth. Never said I would join the club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Still have other clubs to look at. I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare at me with dejected eyes, but I'm so sorry, I thought. Yeah, the girls exchange glances. I guess I need to tell you the truth. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members, and if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty lax, so if writing poems is the price I pay, Right, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. I'm definitely not feeling pressured at all. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that? Yeah, it'd be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just left us after all this, I would be super pissed. I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much. Really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time. Okay, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note after 3 entire minutes. Everybody remember to answer assignment, bring a poem, blah 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 blah. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? See, I know that things are going to be slightly different. I was also told not to skip anything, even if I think I can. I'll see you tomorrow, then. Can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I be really happy after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. What's gonna happen over here? You unlocked a special poem. Yes. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceilings and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. So, that's cool. I'm having a great time. It's going to be real easy to do this one now, though, isn't it? Joy, don't fucking lie to me, Yuri.